Okay, so we've done our 4 fruits. We've done apple, pear, peach, and banana. And also, you know, for the peach, we can, as I said earlier, we can do the plum, the prune. And now, what's really nice in your fruit display is when you have little cherries. Those cherries are very easy to make. Very similar to when you look at the shape to a mini apple. So I will show you guys how to do this. For this you will need a marker, okay? Because my fingers are not small enough to do a tiny cavity in a tiny ball, so that's why I'm simply going to use a marker. So here, I'm simply going to cut a tiny little ball. I'm going to make the cavity with the marker. Make sure you rotate it so it doesn't stick. And that's it, tiny cavity. A little bit. And this we can't go very far in. We just pinch it to the edge. And right away, before it cools, it's a small amount of sugar, it cools very fast. A little pressure. And you see the cherry starting to come up. And voila. Now, I have a cherry. A little bit bigger. There. Tiny ball. Now with my fingers, as I'm pinching, I'm pushing upward. I want to free the cherry from the copper pipe. It still will be attached, but I want it to be above the copper pipe, completely above. Now I feel it. I'm completely above. Okay. A little bit more air. All right. I'm going to pull a little bit. Okay, so let's cool this a little bit. Of course, it's a small amount of sugar, so therefore it does cool quite fast. Okay, pulling up a little bit. I don't want my cherry to be too flat. Now, with a paring knife, just a small indentation. Okay. Now it's a bit too flat. Let's pull it up. Let's put some air to it a bit. There. I've lost my indentation. I'll put it back in. Press it back in. So if you look closely, we have something that resembles a mini apple. That's the idea of it. All right. I'm happy with the shape. Yeah. I'm going to cool this a little bit more. Okay. All right. All right. Now with my scissors, it's still warm, still soft. And I'm going to rotate and gently cut. Be careful if it's too cold, it's going to snap. So gentle, very slowly. Okay, it's almost cut all the way through now. Okay, it's fairly cold, I can just snip it. Now, very gently, I can trim the base a little bit. There you have it, a little cherry. All we need to do now is airbrush it in red with a touch of black to make the red darker, right? If you wish to do a rainier cherry, it's already yellow, so a little bit of red airbrushing, and you could have that yellow, reddish, rainier cherry, okay? I'll just show you though one little thing. You need a little metal rod here. These are coat hangers that I've cut. Quite often we will use these to build a flower. Now, if you're trying to airbrush this, there's no way you can hang on to it and do a clean job. So what I do, I take a little bit of sugar, take a torch to it to soften it up quite a bit, and just take a little bit of sugar, just a tiny bit, and I go here on top, and I fuse it to the top. There we go. Now I have something to hang on to. I can airbrush my cherry with red, as I said, with red and dark, if I want a black cherry, right? Or darker cherry, or the yellow and the red for rainier cherry. Once that's done, once my cherry is airbrushed, cooled, then I will remove it. How do I remove it from there? Same the way as we've removed the fruits. I heat up the rod, it will get loose, and I pull the rod. But in the meantime, how do I store this without breaking it? I grab one of these. There you go. Now it's safe. Okay? So that was cherry. In your display, I would say, maybe you have, 6, 7, 8 cherries. You saw how long they take. They don't take very long, right? They only take a few minutes. I always say cherries are optional in your display. It depends on the year or the group. When you guys come to my class, maybe I will say they're mandatory in your display. Now, what's a cherry without a stem? No, it's not a cherry. So we'll get some green sugar and we'll pull some stems a little bit longer. So once the cherries are displayed in our fruit display, then we will last attach that nice little green stem on the cherries. All right, thank you.